I don't know that I have the faith they will.
Well, does appear we are getting close to jumping into the third map of this one. Eagle Eye, definitely once it was re-added in, we didn't see it all too much, but slowly and surely we have seen teams begin to pick it up, and some teams even begin to favor it. And so we take a look at some of the stats here from Eagle Eye, just brought back in 2022. You saw that the ban percentage pretty high, the pick percentage extremely low. We didn't see it very often at all.
Yeah, most teams generally ban this one out. These are two of the teams I think that enjoy playing on this map, both of them really wanting to leave it in the pool, but that's where I think All Gamers might have a slight edge here, is they are comfortable compared to a lot of other teams in this situation. Most other teams don't even really prepare on this map because they're constantly banning it out, whereas All Gamers throughout the Invitational in Vietnam, they allowed this to be on the table, and when they played it, they looked pretty good on it. So I feel like LCK, it's going to come down to have they studied what All Gamers likes to do on this map. If they can get some good reads like they were on sub-base and playing that safe trade style, this could be a really good match on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, it looks like we're almost about ready to hop on to Eagle Eye, the third map of this match. Who is going to take it at the end of the day? The favorites from Chengdu All Gamers, yeah, and up against LCK, who are the big challengers here and have already taken one map. Let's see who will take it as we hop on to Eagle Eye.
Yeah, big question is, can LCK find a way to fire up in the same capacity that they did on Subbase? You heard how loud they were, especially in those early couple of rounds that they were winning. I want to kind of hear that fire again from LCK. And a start like that is probably not going to get them too excited, though, because that's not the way that duel is supposed to go. Shui's got himself one there as well. So straight on into the swing of things, All Gamers are not pulling any punches against LCK on Eagle Eye.
Yeah, a lot of early utility towards B-Long as well. AG just sliding their way into those control positions. Meanwhile, they do still have Even holding on to mid control by himself, kind of lurking in that tower position for a late flank potentially, or just some nice information, because he can see both the tops of A and B bomb site here from that angle. So he's kind of waiting to see if that A bomb site could be opened up for them later on. But right now, LCK, they don't have any room to work with. They've got one player, Real, just holding on to the back of the A bomb site. The other two just playing close quarters here on B.
Yeah, and it does look like All Gamers are going to push in onto this B site. From what it does look like, at least a couple of members of LCK are waiting for this push. Now, there is still time. They don't have to go for this. Maybe just going to let Do peek a little with some support. Here he goes, looking for one. He gets the one as Dane immediately will trade it back. Gives them a chance here in this, but it will be plant onto the B site now from the side of All Gamers.
Yeah, again though, Do is being utilized in a way where all he needs to really achieve is one kill, and that's more than enough because the trades will then come through from the riflers, and it's on to those guys to clutch the round out here in a 1-on-2. Dane doesn't have a lot of HP to play with, so that'll be the first round on the board for All Gamers, and it's without too much of a furore. You almost feel as though they expected it.
Yeah, I think a lot of that round just comes down to this start of round pick from Shui. The fearlessness on the flex gets the double as well. And that's what LCK has to be prepared for, because this is something they don't really see in their region. Those aggressive plays that All Gamers loves to throw in earlier on, they have to be more prepared to react to those situations. And there you have it. Lionclaw swings back into it this time around, almost gets the double. ZY down to about half HP, but still, All Gamers, they keep the numbers even, they secure the trade, and now they can reapply that pressure.
Yeah, gonna make it pretty interesting. Finally, we do get this round where Flex doesn't go down for free. He has picked up a sniper of his own, so 2 snipers on the side of LCK, as AG just kind of doing what they did the last time around. Let's see if it works out for them this time, as we do have Dane all the way on the backside of the A side, so he's not going to be here to try to hold down B if All Gamers do eventually go for this push.
They're going to get a lot of territory for free up toward that B site. See what Dane can do about it, if anything. See why. Oh, he'll actually get picked off there, which is going to give AG a pause for thought. They're going to turn around and go back, though they've left the bomb a little bit isolated to sort of slow down and wait for him to rejoin forces with the team. It's again Du that is going to be tasked with the entry fragging role, and he's gotten that done to perfection so far on this map. 2 from 2 from Du, and there's another one. He is just going one better. And LCK, a round that they probably should have had an advantage in, is just getting taken away from them by Du. He's taken 3 kills and only needs 1 more.
Yeah, it feels pretty rough when it feels like LCK are in control. They stop the push on a B. They know the rotation is coming. Dane is ready for it. He's got some support coming over. And then Du is just able to take 3 people down on the entry as a sniper. And now it's 2-0 from the Blacklist side, which is favored on this map, but it does feel like AG have been in control of both of these rounds so far.
You know what they say, it do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it do be like that. Yep.
Yeah, now in round number 3, it's going to be up to LCK to try and find something to work for their side of things, but this time it's actually All Gamers who just immediately push out of mid, but Real, he's prepared, finds himself a nice kill, ZY right there for the trade, but Dane, he's got a lot of players to deal with now on the push. It's just not going to happen for him. Almost has a chance there to take down ZQ, but it's not going to matter. All Gamers, they've got full control over the A-bomb site and a 4-on-2.
Yeah, looking a little bit too clean for All Gamers so far. LCK have not been competitive on Eagle Eye, and they were not either on Ankara. It's 3-0, 10-2 in the last map, 13-2 in the last couple of maps so far.
Yeah.
Not a good feeling if you are a LCK supporter.
Yeah, and the first couple of rounds were, at least you could feel that LCK were sticking in it and they were having a chance in this one, but that last round, that was kind of a...
Yeah.
That's a rough one to watch if you're an LCK fan, because you can just feel that All Gamers have finally woken up. Took them a little bit through sub-base, but they are here to play now, and they have not dropped a lot of rounds in the last bunch. But Flex, still holding on to the sniper, is going to pick up 1 Line Claw here as well in the hotel, picks up a headshot. That's going to give them a chance here. Even though Flex is low, it's still a 5-on-3 in favor of LCK.
Yeah, they've got the C4 there as well, but even Solo pushing towards the A-bomb site is already able to find himself 1 Lion Claw. He's the key in this round, has to hold on to this B hotel position with the bomb in hand. Shui, you can tell he really wants to try and sneak that bomb out of there, but LCK, they have collapsed into position, only leaving Dane towards the A-bomb site.
Shui needs a bit of help. I don't think he's getting this done on his own. Rotation will be coming across from the AG members slowly, but it is happening.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy push for them, as wow, you get all the different angles here.
That's definitely...
I like this top one where you can see like both teams are where they're positioned. Well, it's gone now. ZQ is going to hop up. He's looking for the snipe. That's a very nice angle. Looks like Lion Claw was not expecting that. As you can see, their prowess on this map pretty high. But they still got to get the C4. That's another kill now going the way of ZQ. And, okay, Dezane going to try to hold down the hotel for now. There's still 40 seconds left. And you see that AG are going to have to push in very swiftly here.
I just don't understand why Shui's going in there alone. Like, now it comes down to 1v1s, right? And that's not ideal. Obviously, you can lose 1v1s. C4 not retrieved. Good shot from Real as well, and it's on to ZQ, who has to now clutch this one out. He is 5-1 for the map, though. That is going to very quickly be brought back, and LCK are starting to make a bit of noise. But they've also called a timeout.
Yeah, I would assume it's probably called before they won that round, but still, I mean, it gives them a chance to keep things rolling now in the right direction and show us that they can bring this one back and be a much closer map than it may have started out as. So I'm curious to see how All Gamers is going to bounce back from that, but I hope during this time they're also talking on their end about kind of not taking these individual overconfident plays, because sometimes it works really well for them, but as we saw on Subbase, it was kind of what lost them that map as well. So I hope they can keep the composure here, because when they're playing as a full unit, All Gamers looks unstoppable.
They absolutely do. I think that map, or that round rather, was pretty wonky, and All Gamers can use this timeout now, very graciously offered to them by LCK to say, okay, well, you know, we won 3 out of the 4 rounds. Let's just do what we did in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And just kind of get back to the drawing board. Whereas LCK, you know, they were so hyped up, but now it's like you got a minute and a half to just calm yourself down.
Any semblance of momentum's gone straight away, and it's of your own doing. It was one of the things that kind of concerned me a little bit about All Gamers on Subbase was that the way that they lost it was like sort of changing it up after they'd been sort of wolfpacking their way around the map and making that work, and then they tried to get a little bit tricky by splitting and picking, and sort of same kind of concept gets the better of them here on Eagle Eye as well. So I will be looking to see them revert back to a bit more of a wolfpack style. Really nice round though from ZQ, but obviously can't get it over the line in the end.
Not meant to be, and here we go once again. AG, they charge on through, and they're going to get 2. They get Lion Claw, and they continue pushing. Dway in midair is just taking people's heads off. That's going to be 3-0 in favor of AG now at the start of this round, as they will get a free plant now onto the B site.
Well, that's one way to respond to a timeout, I guess.
Just run at them.
Yep. Straight out the gates. Unsettle LCK again.
Yeah, now at this point, Dane, he's got to find an opening quickly. Already halftime off the bomb. And now they've got nothing to work with. Zane able to find one on the way down there, but that's going to be it. Now it's going to be All Gamers, even out of the pause, looking pretty solid here. 4-1 lead in LCK. They've got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, it'd be nice if they could take a timeout after some. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, you have to call it before the round begins, so we're not blaming them, but it's just unfortunate timing, of course, at the end of the day. As AG, they're coming in strong once again. This time, Dane is going to get that sniper kill, giving them a chance is real as well. Underneath, a couple of headshots, and will hold on to the A side here with this team. ZQ, the only one left alive.
I'm not going to lie, I really thought that round was actually going to go the way of AG. Just the pace they brought and the layering of the util onto the A side. But importantly, like you said, Dane getting that opening pick is what sort of halted it just for a moment for AG and allowed LCK to recollect their thoughts, maybe come back off of the flashes and hold strong. So much better response from LCK here. It should be 4-2. I don't think ZQ, I'm backing him to pull off the 1v5. But, you know, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, LCK, they should put up a second here. They're going to find it, and now the question is, can they do it again? And looking at this map, if they can make this a somewhat competitive half here, it does tend to lean towards the attacking side. So it's not the worst case position if they can make this even 3 or 4 rounds for themselves out of the half now. But All Gamers, you've got to believe after a round like that slips away, they come back stronger.
Yeah, that's what you would expect. As there you go, a couple of kills already. Wow. As Stu's going to line it up. He's been pretty big on this map so far, stepping up when they need him on the first kills, on the entry kills even. There's still a guy in the hotel that they have not cleared out. Zane is just in here, and finally he gets taken down as Real will pull one back, giving them a small chance in this, but the bomb being planted now on the B side means that AG are in control of this one.
Well, AG, they're really not messing around, are they? They're trying to go as quickly as they possibly can. Pretty much every which way. 3-on-2 here for Real and Dane to try to negotiate, but the time is ticking away so much. They're stuck behind this smoke. One entry is not quite going to be enough to make this exciting. Dane, though! Oh, he hit such a nice flick, but it won't matter. And AG get themselves another one. It does seem we are headed in a very similar direction as what we were on Ankara.
Yeah, I feel like it just comes down to these fast start of round plays. Both Shui and Du are making it so hard to deal with that early round aggression. You can see Flex here. He wants to be that player who can challenge and take these fights, but he's just not having the success in those one-on-one early round duels here. He's already down to about 30 HP for the remainder, and All Gamers continue to put that pressure on B long start of round.
Yeah, this has been kind of the standard, even a little bit of a peek through mid as well, as LCK hasn't really been covering that angle too much, just kind of holding on to the sites in the hotel. But besides that, not going to amount to too much. They do a nice chunk of damage to Dane on that little peak, so they do have that going on. Going to give them a small advantage here, but yeah, AG's kind of waiting, just not trying to rush into this one as fast as they have in the previous rounds. And they give LCK a chance to set up.
I like the changes of pace from AG. However, in this case, it hasn't worked out. That's a good one from Flex. Lionclaw is going to keep his head down. But will he be checked? Doesn't look like it. 1 for 1. Still pretty good, though, considering the numbers advantage was there for AG. And they now have a 4-on-2, albeit by a slim margin. Flex and Dane not looking too healthy. And that's a good flick from Do to bring it back to 3-on-2. He didn't even really take any damage for that either, so that's a big win for AG. That's not only a kill, but the C4 retrieved as well.
Yeah, and that's a hard shot to hit, but he really stepped up to the plate where they needed him in this round. If he doesn't get that kill and the C4, this is probably LCK's round, but now it's really going either way. Like, LCK still have a chance, but AG have really pulled this one back.
See what Do can do through the window. This position seems to be known, but it's in the end. C wide is going to catch Dane off, and Do deals with one of the rotators as well. Flex on the barest of margins is the only player left alive here for LCK. And that, if it does get converted for AG, is going to be a 2-on-4, which is just so detrimental to the mental of LCK, especially when they're down 5-2 already.
Yeah, at this point, Flex, he's got no time to waste, and Do, he knows it. He's just going to be patient there, waiting for him to peek even so they can get the double peek advantage. And there you have it. LCK goes down. They lose the 2v4, and that could be enough to propel AG here to a second map victory in this sense of Do and Xue in this matchup, bringing that firepower to the table.
It really is. Do has really stepped up, and production agreeing. They show that replay. And here they come once again. AG just charging on in under the bridge, but does look like Real was there to at least trade one back. But immediately AG push in. They take over Hotel. They take over the B site. And it's 4 against 3 with AG in perfect position.
Flex hits an important shot. He's going to be the linchpin, really, for LCK. They are taking their time. Dane hasn't even rotated off the A side just yet, so it's going to take a little while for LCK to get set up in a position to make this retake happen. And obviously, in that meanwhile, the timer is ticking away on the C4.
Here comes the push, though. ZY spots Flex right away. Real and Dane have to get moving. There's no time to waste here, and they're going to run right into trouble. ZQ gets the double to seal the deal, and that's a 7-2 half in favor of All Gamers. LCK, they better have a big blacklist half prepared for us, otherwise this could be over.
Someone was yelling. I think it was on the LCK side, so are they trying to hype up the teammates, or are they getting angry at the teammates, I wonder?
I think they, as Kyle was saying, I think they're just trying to hype themselves up for maybe one of the biggest halves of their career, because you got to go at least 7-2 against AG. You are on blacklist, but yeah, definitely the momentum in favor of AG at this point. But let's see what LCK have ready and prepared for the blacklist side of Eagle Eye. This is where you would expect them to really come through and show their best stuff outside of sub base. And I think we're going to know from the first couple of rounds, not only because AG will get closer to the victory, but also just to see if LCK have it in the tank. After kind of tanking a bunch of rounds in a row, you know, it's 10-2 and now it's 7-2. Only 4 rounds in the last couple of maps. You really have to turn things around in a big way, but Dwayne is going to start them off, and Evan's going to follow up as well, just to kill a piece.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much has changed, really, half to half. And, in fact, this might even end up being more dominant for AG.
Man. Did they? I don't think they took a single point of damage.
They did not.
I think AG was a perfect round.
Yeah, what a fantastic performance from these guys so far on this third map. It doesn't seem too likely that LCK is going to find their path back into this one. And they're running out of time to make it happen. Only 2 rounds away from All Gamers taking it, and Do again starts it off with the opener, takes down Flex. They've got the 5-on-4 to work with. and you can see it in the movement from LCK. They are not sure where to go next.
Nope. Certainly not as decisive as what AG were. Having a look up in through mid.
Yeah, more like a slight peek at this point. Even Dezane, I mean, they know where he is. They check the corner, and Joyce going to put an end to that. Dezane also taken out. Even ZQ, you know, he gets stuck on the box, but they're just not able to take advantage of that. Finally, okay, Real and Dane going to pick up a kill apiece, but it still does feel like AG are in control. I say that, though. Real picks up a second kill. Even in a nice place behind the box here, they have not cleared this out. And the timing on this, Lionclaw maybe looking behind, but not enough to take him down. Even gets one. He will not get a second. And now it's 2v1. Do has been so clutch on this map. Can he do it again?
Well, Lionclaw being low is definitely going to help out, but not quite. Not if the headshot does get converted. So a bit of noise still being made by LCK, but they will recognize that this is going to be a massive, massive uphill battle. And one round is certainly not going to make a half for them.
Definitely won't, but one round could make all the difference when it comes down to that round differential at the end of the day. Knowing they've got that map behind them, each and every round could matter in their overall tournament life. Right now, All Gamers, though, pretty contested very quickly. Flex gets the opener on to ZY. They've fully got control of the back of site here, but not for long. 3 All Gamers players just swing quickly into action here to try and stall them out on this B bomb site. Shui finds another. It's down to the 4-on-3, and LCK, they are now stuck in a corner.
Yeah. That 3-man swing, it's like a well-oiled machine. It's so hard to deal with. Everybody's just on the same page. The comms are quick. They know exactly where LCK are coming in, and they're able to handle the pressure with flying colors. So now your push is stopped. You're cornered on the B site, and now you're getting flanked. I mean, Real picks up one, but Dway is going to pick up one from behind, and they don't even have this bomb down just yet. It's all up to Lionclaw, and he is alone, and now he is dead. AG are on match point.
It's looking pretty good for their chances to take this one to a close. LCK, they may have had a strong fight in map number 1, but ever since then, it's been All Gamers completely dominant in this best of 3, really showing us what they can do in these final 2 maps of the series. LCK, this is their chance to show us anything they've got left to try and put a stop to this. They would need 6 in a row just to claim overtime on map 3, but All Gamers, the way they've been hitting shots here, it just doesn't seem too likely.
Yep, I would tend to agree. CQ quite progressed as well. And LCK may have some troubles if they decide to head towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, he is more than quite progressed. He is like in their face, just behind a box in the smoke. And, you know, it's going to give a lot of control on the map to AG. LCK, once again, just kind of hanging around in mid, around the tower, and you can set up some strong pushes from that location, but it's kind of a struggle when AG are proactive enough to get in position to spot this out very early. That means that they know exactly where they're coming in from. It's either going to be A long or mid. It's both, and that is going to be AG taking the map 10-3. Congratulations to Chengdu All Gamers. They will win the first match of this CFS 2023 Grand Finals in a big 2-1 victory over LCK.